In this video, we're going to show you a mid-wheel drive power chair with a 450-pound weight capacity, so stay tuned. Hey, I'm Alex from Marcs Mobility. In this video, we're going to show you a Marcs Vision Super. Now, this Vision Super is going to have a seat lift or a non-seat lift option. And if you go down to the description below, we'll have a link to our website, which will then also show you the two different price points based on this unit here without a seat lift or the one with a seat lift. Now, this is called a Marcs Vision Super. It's also called a P327. Reason why I mention that is they do have, you might see a P3274 SKU number as well. That's basically with the seat lift. The 327 is without the seat lift. It is a 450-pound weight capacity without the seat lift. When you do add the 10-inch seat lift to the unit, it is going to drop the weight capacity down to 400 pounds. Now, this particular unit here is the one without the seat lift. You are going to have solid tires all the way around. I believe at one point in the past they used to have pneumatic drive tires. They are going to be solid all the way around. They are black tires now. Some points they had gray. I know they've switched back and forth, but currently they are going to be black. The joystick on the unit is going to be a Lynx joystick. If you are getting the one with the seat lift version, it is going to be a VR2 joystick, so it would look a little bit different than this. And some of the main differences between a unit with a seat lift and without a seat lift is going to be your seat to ground height. So without a seat lift on the unit, you do have a couple adjustable points on the seat posts. You can be somewhere between that 21 to 23 inch seat range from top of the seat to the ground. When you have a seat lift on the unit, you are going to be 24 inches off the ground. And the reason why I mention that is 24 inches for people that are not that tall is sometimes hard to get in and out of the unit. And also at 24 inches in overall height, you most likely would not be able to pull with your legs underneath a standard table. So just be aware of that. If you are looking at one of these units, that seat to ground height does make a difference if you are getting the one with the seat lift on the unit. Now, without the seat lift, you are going to have three different seat size options: a 20-inch wide, a 22-inch wide, or a 24-inch wide. I do believe when you have the seat lift, they do max it out at a 22-inch width on the seat. But this unit here, that was ordered for somebody, this is going to be the 22-inch seat here. It's 22 inches in width by about 20 inches in depth. Now, I will tell you the overall width of the unit with a 20-inch seat is going to be 26.5 inches overall width. So just note, if you're going with a 24-inch seat, you're going to be more about 28.5, almost 29 inches in overall width. So do notate that. So if you are trying to drive and clear some of the door frames in your home, you are going to need about 29 inches of overall space minimum if you go with the 24-inch seat. A couple other things to notate too: the wheelbase on this particular unit, and I'll just get it exact, but it's typically going to be somewhere around that 26.5 inch to almost 27 inches across. Reason why I mention that is a lot of vehicle lifts like Harmar that we sell, they do have a standard platform that fits up to 26 inches wide. This is going to have to go to the wider platform. We also sell one of those also called a Harmar 301 XL. So if you're looking for a way to transport this behind your vehicle, that wheelbase does make a difference based on the unit that you're getting. Now, mid-wheel drive is going to turn in a smaller turning radius. So you are going to have these approximately 5-6 inch casters in the front. And I would guess they probably list this as a 12-inch tire, which is accurate. It is a 12-inch in height, and then the overall width of the tire is about 3.5 inches. So it does have decent traction based on the different types of terrains that you're going in. Armrests do flip up on either side for easy access. Joystick can go on right or left hand side, and you also have a handle here as well. So the seat does fold all the way down flat, and then you have a little bit that would be straight up 90-degree angle. So I would call that 105 to 110 degree limited recline is what's going to be on this particular unit. Now, what also makes the Vision Super nice is it does come with a depth adjustable footplate, depth and height. So right now, it could technically come out 1 inch farther away from the chair, or half an inch farther. There's an extra hole back here. But the width of the footplate is at 13 inches of width at the widest point and almost 12 inches in depth. So later on this video, I'll drive it outside and I'll just show you what I look like sitting in the chair with a size 12 shoe so that you can kind of get that reference. but you will see some suspension here in the front, which is going to help these caster wheels kind of go over thresholds and different type of surfaces that you might be encountering. Now the Vision Super, they do claim it has about a 5-mile-an-hour top end speed and up to a 20-mile drive range. I like to scale those numbers down and say realistically probably somewhere in that 15-mile range based on how he will drive this, because 20 miles is going to be if you're really not stopping and you're on flat ground. Most people are going to be stopping and going, which is going to be more like city driving as compared to interstate driving on your vehicle. Does have a turning radius of a little bit under 21 inches, which I will show you that as well outside. But if you are looking for a nice chair that is comfortable, that does have a higher weight capacity, I think this could be a really good unit for you. So if you would, go ahead and follow me outside and I'll do a little driving demonstration on this unit. So here is the Vision Super by Marcs. You can see it does have a really good turning radius, and it is actually a pretty responsive and pretty quick unit for the power of this unit. I'm 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. This is the 20-inch seat, and I have plenty of room on the 20-inch seat, or 22-inch seat, excuse me, but do know you can go up to the 24-inch seat on this unit as well. You can see the acceleration is pretty quick on this. That 5-mile-an-hour top end speed does seem pretty accurate. It is a comfortable riding unit. Once again, the foot plate is pretty large. If you see I wear a size 12 shoe, you can see how my feet almost completely fit on the foot plate, which is a concern with some smaller chairs of the foot plate being a little bit smaller. And once again, this is that 21-inch turning radius, so you can see that is a pretty tight turning radius for the size of this unit. So once again, I mean, there's not anything extra on this particular one here. You can get the seat lift option. Do remember it does drop the weight capacity down to 400 pounds. But if you're looking for something with a seat lift and you're under 400 pounds, or a chair that does not have a seat lift for up to 450 pounds, I think this would be a great option for you to consider.
Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.